Welcome to the Way to Build Wealth. I'm Ethan Bloch. That's Warren Buffett. And together, we're helping you build wealth. Welcome to the show. I hope you had a tremendous weekend. Crazy football games going on. Really crazy game for me because I'm a huge Baltimore Ravens fan. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Let's get into the show for today. I'm talking about building on top of the 4-fund portfolio, or what I like to call the 4+1 fund portfolio, or the 4-fund plus 1 portfolio. And what I mean by that is we're going to talk about a few different ways you can tweak the 4-fund portfolio, put some bolt-ons onto the 4-fund portfolio to personalize a little bit and, make it more your own, but not go way off into the bushes and, create catastrophe for your wealth building potential. That was a little bit of a tangent. Let's get right into it. I want to first talk about the money market fund and how you can structure that a little bit differently in the 4-fund portfolio. Now, depending on your tax bracket, it may be beneficial for you to hold a tax-free money market fund in your taxable brokerage account. Now, we just said before, hold a money market fund, and usually it's to your best interest to hold the highest yielding money market fund your brokerage offers. But if you're in the upper tax bracket, it will be more beneficial for you for tax reasons to hold a tax-free money market fund in your taxable brokerage account. A lot of taxes getting thrown out today. And going on top of the money market fund, if you do that, or even if you don't do that, you may also want to think about holding a money market fund in your IRA. And for that one, you want to make sure it's the biggest, baddest, highest yielding money market fund your brokerage offers. And that you'll hold in your IRA, which is tax sheltered and it's all around kick ass. So that's how to tweak the money market funds a bit. Let's get on to the international stock market index fund and how you can tweak that a bit more. Now, if you want some additional exposure to the emerging markets like China, Russia, India, Brazil, Vanguard offers a really good emerging markets index fund, which you may want to think about incorporating in your portfolio. Now, I've already gone through the allocations, 5 to 30% in your international stock fund portfolio. That 5 to 30% will include any emerging market funds you add. So it's not adding on top of that, it's included in that 5 to 30% allocation. Then you also have the opportunity through Vanguard to get direct exposure to European stock markets and the Japanese stock market as well. I personally wouldn't recommend doing that. If you want to branch out a bit more, own the international stock market index fund and an emerging market stock index fund, and that's really all you'll need to do. And then finally, if you want to give yourself some added inflation protection, you may want to hold a Treasury Inflation Protected Securities Bond Fund, or a TIPS bond fund. And we've talked about TIPS before, and I'll link that episode down there. And that you want to hold in your IRA, because TIPS bond funds are extremely tax inefficient. And they may be really wise for you to incorporate it in your portfolio. And again, we've talked about how to allocate your portfolio towards bonds is to take your age, turn it to 1%, and that's the maximum amount you're going to put towards any of your bond funds. So you want to incorporate the TIPS fund into that calculation. Those are the main hacks and tweaks and bolt-ons I wanted to share with you. It's really cool because the 4-fund portfolio is extremely versatile. With all the things we talked about, you can really, personalize it in some small ways and get a little bit more mileage at it. Add some inflation protection, add some increased international exposure. It's an extremely powerful fund. A lot of people overlook it because it's so simple, but simple is good. Buffett loves simple. He lived in the same house he bought in the 70s. That's simple. Very fun, very big fan of simple. That's it for the day. I'm Ethan Bloch. That's Warren Buffett. And together, we're helping you build wealth.